everyone, my name is Diana Mansouri and welcome back to Chat with Miss D. On today's episode, we are going to talk about grief and survival. Have you lost a parent? Do you know somebody who's grieving right now? Today, we are holding space for deeply human experience, and that's many of us will experience in the future. We're talking about grief, not just the pain of it, but also the strength it takes to survive it, and the beauty that can live alongside the pain. I'm joined by two incredible guests today. Edod, who has experienced the loss of her both parents, and Iyobor, who has experienced the loss of her dad. On tonight's episode, we're not only going to talk about grieving, but we're also going to talk about the survival parts. So without no further ado, please welcome Iyobor and Edod. Welcome, Edod and Iyobor, to Chat with Miss D. How are you girls?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm good.
You good?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but I was like, I was scared. I'm like, is he gonna throw you outside? Ask you, are you good?
I'm good. Okay, as you know, today we're really gonna talk about a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
You know, I have lost my grandma, but it's not comparing to losing a parent. So, but before we dive into that topic, I would like our viewers to get to know you girls. We're gonna start by my lovely, beautiful girl here, Edod.
Hello.
Edod, tell the viewers who you are. What excites you? What gives you joy?
My name is Edod, but people call me Coco.
Yeah.
So I work with kids on daily.
Oh.
Yeah, I work with kids, and
In the kindergarten or in the school?
in the school.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I have a few side quests. What I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do fitness events for women of color.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's nice what I do. And I'm very energetic, social.
Outgoing.
Yeah, I'm very outgoing,
Yes.
very honest and straightforward. And
She's like the slogan, say it like it is.
like, better just say the honest and lie later. Okay, actually do not lie. But anyways, so what else? Very kind, strong but very kind. That's what I would say.
So what brings you joy?
Traveling.
Yes.
I love traveling. I've been around the world, and I love sports. I do different kind of sports.
Yes.
We do boxing at the moment.
Yes.
So that's
I have seen.
Yeah.
I will join you guys next time.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So different type of sports gives me joy. Just people, just
Positive
good energy.
people, good energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds lovely. So traveling into your fitness. By the way, for those of you guys who didn't know, she was doing this 75 days challenge.
Yeah, 75 hard.
75 hard.
Yeah.
We're not going to dive into that, but Google that. You will know what it means. And she lost about how much?
I can't even remember. Is it 30?
20, 30?
30 kilos.
Imagine in such a little time. So bravo to you. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
But don't lose more weight. Don't lose more weight. You look good like that.
Maybe I'll do 10. I could do a 10. I could do 10.
No, girl.
10 is clean air.
Okay, so now we know your passion and what you like. Thank you, Edod, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Let's go to Iyobor.
After hers, I'm like, it's not that interesting. It's really not. Like,
Oh my God, okay.
Oh my God.
For the viewers who don't know you, who is Iyobor? What excites you? What brings you joy?
well, I'm an ex-podcaster, so I'm happy to be here because I feel like this
Yes.
was my element for 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so I used to have a podcast. What?
She needs to come back.
Yeah, everybody's saying I need to come
No, you
back.
know what? You're not an ex-podcaster.
I still am.
You just
I'm actually on break. I never ended it.
Yeah, that's true.
I never ended it. I'm on break. I'm on break.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, okay. So I have Nice and It's a podcast, which is kind of the same as your event. So I started for women of color because I saw that there was like a market in Finland where I did not see women of our color on the charts. And I was like, well, this is not okay.
You gotta do a change.
Yeah, and I was like, they're basic things that we talk about, but it's like things that resonate. So I want to listen to something and be like, oh, wow, like, okay, I understand you. It might be a very simple task or simple struggle, but I want to hear it. So that's what I did for 2 years. I did it with a partner first, and then I did it alone for 6 months. And it was really nice. Yeah.
So are you planning to go back into that very soon?
You know what? I'm not gonna say no because I feel a bit of an itch now. Now with the lights and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, I like it. I like it.
You know what? You know what I think? I think you should.
Yeah.
You are meant for that. You know.
Yeah.
You're not meant to sit down because you just said something very amazing. That's actually why I started this journey as a chat with MissD. You know, we women of colors or people in general with colors, you know, they don't really want to take that risk to be different, to be out there, you know, doing something positive and uplifting. And I have followed your show and listened, and it's really resonates, especially to the younger generations. You know, they can really relate to that. So don't stop what you're doing.
I won't.
Take that
No, she'll come back.
I'll come
get
back.
back to it.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so beyond that, tell me more about Iyobor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm very ambitious.
Mm.
I'm a very ambitious
I think it's a
person.
Naija blood in you, huh?
It's the Naija blood. And it's also the blood of my father, to be honest.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And just in general, the Imudia family. We're all very ambitious.
Yes.
Very outgoing, very social, very warm, kind-hearted. I feel like I'm a very welcoming person. Oh my gosh, what else? Jeez.
What brings you joy?
Honestly?
Yes.
Because she does the influencer thing, but I enjoy managing it. So that's what I love being behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a duo. I love it. I love being behind the scenes. I love events. I love everything that has to do with honestly uplifting people of color. That's been my whole get-go for 3 years. It's like I need us in rooms. I need us doing things. And if it takes me to put us there, then that's what it's gonna be. So
You guys heard it from the one and only Iyobor.
Yeah.
And I know you started this path 3 years ago with the podcast.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who you have influenced and also really motivated to do their own thing also. Because we get inspired by watching what other people are doing.
Yeah.
So, snap back at it.
I'm coming.
Time.
I think it's almost been a year. Yeah. Because it's almost been a year that I've been gone. But beyond that, honestly, I'm just a regular, smegular retail girly.
I'm just a chill girl.
I'm just a chill girl. Yeah, but that's what I do. I think now, from the past year, I've been very in my own little bubble, kind of reconstructing.
Yes.
But now I'm getting the itch to come back and do more impactful things and not just talk about them, actually do them.
All right, ladies.
You will do them.
I will do them.
You will do them.
There you have it. That's our girls who's full of inspiration, aspiration in life, and I know they're here to do big things. But ladies, let's dive into our topic for today.
It was scary.
I don't want to be scary. I don't want to be scary.
Oh, yeah, I got goosebumps. We've been waiting for this for a hot minute now.
Okay, we're ready. We're ready.
Okay, let's get back to the moment when you lost your parents. Can you share what you remember most of that time? What was happening in your world, and how did the loss impact you emotionally and personally, practically?
Do you want to start?
I guess so. Okay.
You can start.
Mine is fresh. It's fresh.
It's actually a year now.
It's gonna be a year in 2 months.
In 2 months.
Yeah. So time goes fast. Maybe the first part of that question of what was going on.
What was going on in your mind?
In my mind? Back. Oh, to that day. Ooh. Maybe a backstory, because at that time I was in a very crossroads thing, and what I said in the beginning, I wanted to jump into events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had gotten an internship. Yeah. And it was pay grade wise a step down, but then career wise a step up. And I'm a person who hates risks. I absolutely hate them. I love going with a plan, and if the plan strays, I panic. Yes. And my dad is a very type of person.
Organized.
Yeah, very organized, and also lacks risks. He didn't do those, and if he did, it's career risks. So we just had a conversation previous to him passing away, where he was kind of pushing me to take that risk.
That you should do it.
I should do it. Yeah. So that's why I did it. So around that's what was happening around that time. And I think I had been maybe there for a month. I wasn't even there for a long time. And I remember I was stressing a lot. And my dad passed away due to suicide. So it was a very all of a sudden,
unexpected.
So I think around that day, I knew something was wrong. Like, I kept on saying, from the moment I woke up, I knew something was wrong. I had a very, like...
Heavy feeling.
I was super uncomfortable. I was crankier than usual. I was
Did you guys talk, like, every day?
Yeah.
Prior that day?
Prior to that day, maybe, like, 2 weeks before. And it was something along the lines of, like, what was the Netflix password? Like, it wasn't anything serious. Yeah, it was like, you know, because I knew he was coming. So he was supposed to come a month after his passing to Finland.
Did he pass away in Nigeria?
Yeah, he did. So he was supposed to come to Finland. So in my head, usually that's because our relationship ever since I've been, I think, 10 or 15, he's been abroad. So if I know he's coming to Finland, we don't keep that much because I know he's coming, and if I have something to say,
You're gonna spend time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that was my process. I wasn't really thinking about it, and prior to that, I had been visiting him in Kenya. So I had spent time with him, and I obviously didn't see anything wrong.
Any signs?
Yeah, no signs whatsoever. Maybe now if I think back and like nitpick them, but it doesn't help. So yeah, during that day was
when you got that phone call. I want to take you back. Sorry.
To the phone call?
Yeah, when you got the phone call that your father, you know, he did that. Take me back to that feeling.
To that moment?
Yes, that moment.
Funny enough, it was me who was calling. So it was like I had gotten a goodbye message, and I think it wasn't even I think, but within
he sent you
seconds.
a goodbye message.
Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think within in normal cases they do. They usually send a letter or something. So within 30 seconds, I was like, like I knew, like it was very cryptic. It wasn't like it was just very cryptic, very personal, and I was like, it was a lot of like, you know, sentimental things. So I was like, something I knew immediately. So I obviously just called him. Yeah. And he was declining my call. So I was like, okay, something's wrong. So there wasn't an initial like phone call, oh, this happened. It was more of me calling. And then someone eventually picking up his phone and then being like, just yelling. So in that moment, I remember nothing but just like, I remember like I think it's funny to say when you say your stomach sank because there was a lot more than that. But in my head, I think I passed out. I really do think that I heard a scream and I just blacked out. Like, I don't remember what happened. And panic. Then I remember getting up. I remember I was with a friend because I knew something was wrong. So I had time to call someone to be with me. So when I heard that, I was just like, okay. I just got up, took my jacket, took my shoes, took my keys. I was in my pajamas. I was calling my mom. I just all of a sudden just started like, you know, kind of like planning things. Like, what do I do? How do I get there? What's going on? So I can't really say much of like what was really going in my head because I really do think I think
your mind was going a million miles. It's like what to do, how to organize, you know, like you wasn't yourself real. Basically.
Not at all. Definitely not.
That is something that none of us you know, would handle well. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Yeah. But before we dive in deep, I would love Edod to share her journey.
Oh God. When was this? Almost 2 years ago. Actually, I was living abroad because I was studying abroad. So I was living abroad, and
this was your mom, right?
Yeah, my mom passed away. So actually, my both parents has passed away, so I'm an orphan. But when my dad passed away, I was young. I was 6 years old, just turned 6 years old.
You didn't remember that much, yeah?
I do remember, but it hasn't stuck in my head as much as my mom.
As your mom, yeah, exactly.
As my mom's passing. So 2 years ago, I was living in Belgium, actually. And that day, I actually went to Amsterdam, visit one of my friends. Normal, I just talked to my mom. She was like, when are you coming back? I was like, I'm coming next week. She was like, okay, that's fine. Just asking, talking, having a good life. So I was used to talk to my mom every day. So for me, it's normal. Yeah. Fine. I went to Amsterdam to my friend's house, and we had like a outing going on. So I was like, okay, let's go to Amsterdam for the weekend. Blah 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 blah. Fine. Went to Amsterdam. Went to sleep. Ish. I remember because there was Ayana Kumar's album coming out that night. Okay. I was sleeping, but I wasn't sleeping actually. Okay, fine. Time was passing. Then one of my brothers called me during the night, and he just starts yelling. And at the moment when he started yelling, I knew something was wrong.
Oh God!
Like I knew right away something was wrong. It's just like he was just yelling.
Because he wasn't normal like that. He never called you like that.
Yeah, because
But
why would you call me
yeah,
yelling?
yeah.
That's not normal. Who does
Did
that?
you went and think straight away like, oh, something's wrong with mom? Or,
Yeah, I know. I knew right away if something was wrong. Right away.
Okay.
It's a really strong.
Yeah, because I was like,
Yeah.
okay, something is wrong. And then I didn't like, because normally I sleep like a baby. Like you can put me, like now if I'm tired, I'm gonna sleep for sure. But that night I didn't sleep properly. I was like, okay, I was sleeping one eye open, fine. Then my brother called, he was yelling. Okay, then I started calling all my other siblings because I have a lot of siblings. So I started calling my other siblings. And I honestly, I can't remember a lot. I just remember somebody told that my mom got a heart attack. And I was like, okay, and I'm in Amsterdam. All my belongings, all my passports, everything is in Belgium, where I live. And now I need to leave from Amsterdam to get to Belgium to fly to Finland. Oh my God, that day felt like forever. When I tell you, like, endless day. And first of all, I was alone. And my thing is, I don't really care about like life, whatever it is. My biggest fear always was that my mom would pass away and I'm not in Finland.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah, it's like the first one. Because we were like, we're not gonna cry. I was like,
No, this is
I told her, like, you're gonna be the first one to get mine.
No, this is healing. It's healing. It's healing journey.
Yeah, so.
Your worst nightmare came to pass.
Yeah, so. That was it. Then I just had to go from Amsterdam to Belgium. And I just had to wait until my flight came. So one of my best friends from Belgium came with me because she didn't want me to be alone. So we flew together to Finland that night. And when I came to the airport, then all my friends were there with my brother, which was very heartwarming. I love my friends.
They came to receive you, yeah.
Yeah, they were all there. Yeah. And it was so like it was like a wholesome moment. It was like a sad moment, but
bittersweet moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how it went.
Okay, take me back to when you arrived to Finland, and did you have to see your mom? Or was she already?
No, actually,
away?
I wasn't able to see her because this happened during nighttime. So these times they already took her somewhere. I don't know where they take me. Morgue. Yeah, to the morgue. They took her somewhere. So I wasn't able to see her until like a couple of days afterwards, which I think is a blessing in disguise because I
tell me about it.
Just seeing her laying there, I could have not done it. So.
How did you feel when you saw her lifeless? This person that you used to talk to every day, and you just see her there in that position.
I was shocked. I was like, I can't believe you just passed away like that. Just like that. You should have at least said something.
Did you?
Anything warn us. So, yeah, it was. I was very shocked. I was just quiet, looking at her, and I was just, I had really nothing to say because what can I say?
Yeah. This is what most of you guys don't know. Like, I knew these babies since they were babies. You know, when she was 6 years old, and when she was 2-3 years old. Yeah. So their parents, they are incredible human beings. Like, so inspiring. When you see her mom. When you look at her, you see the mom. The mom is this African mom who is full of lights. Wherever she goes, that smile. She's always so encouraging, so loving, and so positive. So when I heard that phone call, you know, somebody also called me and told me about your mom. That's why, you know, me and my sister, we had to like show what we can do, you know, like, because your mom, you know, like Mama Africa.
Yeah.
That's what she was. And that's what you know what I mean? She's Mama Africa. She's for everyone. She doesn't discriminate. Whenever I see her, she's always so proud of you guys. The way she carry you guys so highly, you know. Unfortunately, Iyobor, your dad, I did not spend time with, but I was so appreciative the way he took care of Marion, my little sister. You guys were like twins. You guys were like twins, literally. You know, like whatever he does for you, he does for Mario, and that really warms my heart. So I know that they're in the better place right now. You know, this is something that we cannot escape. Unfortunately, we are all in that line. Okay, we're gonna take a short break. As you know, this topic is very emotional for both of my girls, and let's just be in the moment. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to a very deep conversation. Edod was sharing a very emotional moment of the day she found out that her beloved mother passed away, when she got the phone call, and you know, it was very, very emotional for her, and still is. And it has been 2 years since she lost the love of her life, I would say the mother. And Iyobor, it has been 1 year, almost 1 year, right? Almost, 10 months. So, you know, this is very early grief. So it is an early base. Now we're gonna just dive into that grief aspect. I have a question for you, Iyobor, sorry. How has your grief changed over the months since the last? Because there are different ways of grieving.
Yeah.
Sometimes you cry it out, sometimes you fight it out, sometimes you ignore it. You know what I mean? But how has it changed over this 10 months, you said, right?
Yeah. I think for the first, I can say 3-4 months, I was really numb. Like, as you can see in the beginning, like, I feel like when I have to explain what happened, it's just, there won't be tears, because it's just kind of like, I had to explain it so many times, because I was the one who found out first. So I was numb. And then from numbness, I think I tried to stay numb for super, super long, because I was like, okay, I like this feeling of not really feeling pain. But then anger creeped out. And then with anger, it was kind of like, oh, this is so unfair. And because it was, in a sense, not nature's choice, it was his choice.
Yes.
So I had to also understand that, okay, not only am I grieving, but I'm also understanding what suicide means. You hear about it, you read about it, you see it, but you don't understand it.
Especially in our Black community.
It's very taboo. So I had to also fight off a lot of, oh, is he selfish? What is it? Like superstition. I had to fight a lot of superstitions. I had to fight a lot of people that were like talking ill. But at the same time, I think I had to like support him in a sense and be like, you know, I understand even though I didn't understand.
So in a way, you had to defend him while, you know, you had
not
to defend.
Understanding.
Not understanding. Also defending him by other people saying their own assumptions why he did that by being selfish.
Yeah,
you know?
because nobody knew why.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Everybody would be like, oh, but he had money, he had this, he had that, he had this. So there's a lot of assumptions, and we'll never know because the person that knew is gone. So after anger came just straight up depression. I can't even lie. Like it was a rough time. Like my mom always used to say, like now my mom says my color came back, but she was like, you were gray. She was like, I've never seen you like that. And I could genuinely see the fear in my mom's eyes that she is slowly losing me to grief, because I kind of let it eat me up because I wanted to stay numb. So I wasn't really riding the waves. I was fighting against the wave, and I was fighting against like the feelings. Now I would say it's a mix of grief and a mix of numbness and sadness. It's because now it's
depending on the day.
Depending on the day, it's getting a bit heavier now because I'm understanding that a year is coming. So now it feels more fresh. Now it's more. You have this like it's unfair, but it's you're just like it's really really unfair.
It's coming back to like
now it's coming back to the surface level. So. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster.
It takes time. Yeah. So first of all, I really applaud you for being in tune with your emotions, because
I wasn't. She was.
Yeah.
And I have to give her a shout out, because from the minute I have to like big hug to my friends in general, because they were my village, but especially with her because she saw me I think you saw me fighting against it, and I was just like, when he's buried, it's over. And she was like, no, honey, that's when it starts. That's when you're alone. That's when this is gonna be your daily life. You have to understand this. And she's like, it's not a flu. Like it's not something you just get over. Yeah, because I was kind of like, I'll be fine. Yeah. Because in my head, when he passed away, it wasn't. it was a shocker, but I was kind of like, oh, what else can happen in my life?
Yeah, what's the worst
Yeah, like
thing?
what's the
ever?
worst? And
worst thing?
I'm like, oh, come on now. And I just kind of took it as like well, I'll be okay. Not really understanding, because I was naive. He was like, I've lost my grandma and my aunt. But
It's
like,
hit different.
It's different.
Yeah.
Because not only do I look like him, I am like him.
You are like
he's
him,
literally
yeah.
my best friend.
Yes.
So yeah, she was the one who was like, yeah, you're not gonna.
She was your pilot.
Yeah.
But the worst
Really,
part
yes.
is because we had like this tradition. Because when my mom passed away, so we were all together. Everybody was at my mom's house for like months.
Like the first few months were
Like she was always together.
Yeah.
Everybody used to go to work as normal and used to always come to my mom's house. We were always staying there. Some people used to stay sleep there. Some people used to go back home, but we used to stay there 24/7. And with the same thing, when her dad passed away, we did the same thing to her, obviously. And I told her later we're all gonna go back to our lives. So this won't be in here anymore. So you need to start, get used to that you're gonna be here by yourself. You can't call your dad, whatever. That's the worst part. This is easy because now we're distracting you.
Can you relate to what she went through? Because she went through the numbing parts. Were you also like that in the beginning stages of grief?
Was I not? I wouldn't say I wouldn't.
I would love to hear yours.
I wasn't numb because I'm very emotional person.
Yeah.
So everything, I feel everything 100%. So like it's nothing or it's everything.
Yeah.
So I wasn't numb. I was like, okay. I used to get like panic attacks very like when I was sleeping a very long time. So because I think there's different stage of grief. There's sadness, denial, or whatever.
Did you went through all those stages?
Yeah, I would say, but like the most biggest stage was that I was angry.
Yeah.
My thing, I was angry. I was so angry, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so unfair." Because I was like, "There's parents here that don't even talk to their kids."
Yeah.
Me and my mom used to talk every day. So why would God now punish me and my siblings and take away
That's
my
something I relate
Okay.
to.
take our mom?
Yeah.
So that was like my biggest. And first of all, I can't do angry, like, cause I'm a super positive person.
Positive person
And
anyways,
so being
yeah.
angry was so heavy.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Oh, it was so long.
Yeah, I relate to that when she said that, because that was my first thought as well. Because I feel like now we're more into
yeah,
with our
definitely.
Christianity and more into
How
with
long
God.
did it took you guys to be like, you know what?
Okay with God again.
Okay, with
I'm working on
big
it.
man.
Yeah.
are you still working on it?
No, I feel like I'm better now.
Yeah, I guess.
Ish.
The thing is, just I had to just face the fact that we're all gonna pass away one day. I still think it's unfair.
It is.
Not yet. I wasn't ready.
It is.
So, but if you wanted this,
But it's
one-
not on your time.
Exactly.
It's not on your time. It's
which
on
I
your time.
hate.
Yeah.
Because I'm very like my way or the highway.
Guys,
My time
you
or
didn't
no
know
time.
how you came here today.
I can't do anything. That's my character. What can I say now? So, yeah, that was it really.
Yeah, no, I feel like when you said the God part, for me, when he passed away, not only was my brain like, first of all, what the hell? But second of all, I was like, the
Really
only
okay?
thing, and I used to suck at praying, but the only thing I prayed for, I was like, literally protect my family. That's all I
God
want.
protection.
God, I'll just protect my family. And then when he passed away in the way he did, I was like, you could have warned me. You could have sent me a sign, anything, like anything.
I wanna dive in here quickly, especially the way your dad passed away is unusual and very abnormal. But I need most of people to know that depression is real, and your dad was living his best life, I would say, in a way, because many people look at him like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a successful businessman. You know what I mean? People think that money makes you happy.
Exactly.
But it's not about the money. Mental health, it's real. It's real. Because maybe you didn't know that he was really going through something with his mental health, you know? And in a black community, it's a taboo to talk about something is wrong with you. And because he was looked at somebody who is like a respected, you know what I mean? So he had a lot of pressure. So I'm sorry if I'm talking, I just felt like sometimes when you have a lot of pressure, you really cannot show your emotions to everybody because you have to keep that smile. You have to keep that, you know what I mean? You don't want people to know really what you're going through. So I felt like the pressure got into him.
Yeah. I feel for me, it's like, you know, there was a lot of articles, there was a lot of like, oh, money, you know, this and that and that. And for me, it's like, if you take away the money, I thought we would make you happy. Like, I thought that we would be like in your worst moments and your worst pressure, I was like, I thought we would be enough. And because when someone passes in that way, you start blaming yourself, and you're like, was I not enough? Was I not? I wasn't even was I not in like good daughter? It's more like, was I not enough to make you stay?
Yes,
alive. Yeah.
And
no, this is something that you even couldn't like, you know what I mean, predicted. To be honest with you, because once it's clicked in your head, like, you know what, it's better. I cannot say that I can relate to that story, but I have so many people who have been through this situation. Some of, you know what I mean, like, I walk in the trains. A lot of youth come talking to me, like, you know, I want to, you know, kill myself. Like, I'm depressed, this and that. They are bold enough to really share their, you know, stories. But we Africans, we just don't talk about what we're going through. We just, you know what I mean, inhale. And for your dad, that has been something that, you know, like, the last thing, you know what? This is it. This is my last draw. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Yeah. But I feel like he was looking for a peace for a long time. And now he is at peace.
Yeah. I tried to poke him a lot. It was, because in a sense, we had that relationship of like, because I was really depressed a couple years back as well, and to me he was like, that's not an option in this family, like, that's not even a word, this is not an option, that's not a thing, like, you have so many steps in life, and he was like, we're gonna go through those steps together. And it's funny because I don't remember this, but my dad's 50th birthday. By the way, she travels with me every time if I go to Africa. But we love Africa. We were at my dad's 50th birthday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that video. Yeah. Yes. The wedding. I think some wedding, right?
Yeah, as well. But that was before.
Okay.
Yeah. So at his 50th birthday, he made a speech, and he goes, "Oh, like, this is like an amazing surprise, because he knew that he wouldn't, you know, pass 70. And in my head, I was like, oh, okay, your dad and mom passed at 75, you just think you're gonna die of a stroke or something. I really thought if he was ever gonna pass away in any way, it was going to be a heart attack, because if a person could stress, it was him, right? And I think I poked at him a lot, because I knew the pressure he was under, and I was like, when you take those away, you come back home, I'm like, are you okay? And the last time I saw him was a month, like literally a month before he passed. And I remember I tried to do everything with him. And it wasn't that I thought something was wrong. I was just like, you're a bit more reserved than you normally are. So I was like, let's go karting, let's go here, let's go there. And he came with me everywhere. And I have this video of us, like the last video we ever took was we were taking shots for my new job. And I never drink with my dad, ever. But this time I was like, you know what? Yeah, I deserve this. I got this marketing job I've been wanting to get. Yeah. So, you know, we took a shot, and there's a video of us dancing. And I genuinely thought in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, we're both like overjoyed. We're like happy. And as like I said, as a person that's gone through depression, you really can't, if it's clicked in your head, it's clicked. And that's something I learned, because when he passed away, I was like, when a lot of people are like, oh, I wish you would have just, you know, we could have saved him or something. But I couldn't have lived with that fear of me having to stop you for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
So now let's say you would have survived this, but you're now even more sad because you failed.
Exactly.
And then now I have to live with the fear of like,
when is the next time?
Are you okay to that? I can't do that. So I'm like, you know what, I might say this out loud, but it's not clicking in my head. I'm like, okay. You know, because when you asked her, like, okay, when you saw her body, what were you thinking? And the same thing when I saw my dad. In a sense, in a very weird way, I thought he was still here, and I pretended that he was in that body. So I literally just told him, I'm like, for his own peace of mind and for him to be laid to rest in peace, I just said, I forgive you.
You forgive him on that day.
That's all I had to. Cause
it's okay, baby.
My turn.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it was just more of like, I needed him to hear that, because I didn't want him to, you know, be laid to rest with that thought that she's angry with me, because that's a lot to put on a child. Like, I am 25 this year, but like, it's early
a child
days.
still.
It's a child, like it's early, you know, it's early days.
It is.
So for me, I had to just say it to him. I had to be like, I forgive you. I don't understand. I remember word for word, I think I said, I don't understand, but I forgive you.
How did that make you felt after those
Like I was
words?
lying through my teeth. I felt like I was lying, but I was like, I remember his goddaughter, Efwa, which is like, she's like literally one of my big sisters. She went, and my mom as well, at the same time, they looked at him, and all of us go, no more drama. We're like, you have to protect me for the rest. I don't care what it is, no more bad, nothing bad. This is like, this trumps everything. And my mom was like, you have to protect our child. And she was just like, I'm really, like, we were all beyond anger. You were just really disappointed.
I know.
You know, you're just really disappointed because he looked the same. He looked cool. He had his sunglasses. He was like, you know.
That was him, but he just...
But it's just silent.
Okay, guys, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back. Let's take a moment and honor the people that we have lost these past years. For everybody who have lost their parents, siblings, loved ones, just know that if you ever need someone to talk to, please reach out. We're here for you, sending prayers for you, and whoever you've lost, may their soul rest in peace. All right. I'm gonna start with Iyobor.
Hey.
What's something you want people to know about your parents? What kind of person he was?
Ooh. He was such a loving and fun person.
Yeah.
So fun.
Like, genuinely, you
The
can say that
comedy.
you love
The
like,
life
someone,
of-
but like, oh my, I wanted to spend so much time with him because he was so funny. And like, our humor, like, my humor is his. I'm not even gonna say ours because it's his and I totally stole it. But he was like the most sarcastic, loving person that just shows up and wants the best for people.
Aww.
And he like genuinely, nah, man, he's such a good person. Like, such a good person.
What do you want people to... No, it's okay, baby. Let it out. Let it out.
No, but he's one of the most like hardworking people ever, and just so ambitious. And there was not a goal. It's funny because he said this to me, but there's not a goal that genuinely he could not reach. Like if he didn't want to.
So he's a go-getter.
Such a go-getter.
When he put his mind to something, he accomplished it.
Yeah. And I think it wasn't even about him go-getting. I think he genuinely just like attracted. He's just a person who like attracts
People in general.
You know, like
sure.
he attracts. So that's why I'm like, saying go-getter feels wrong. Because I feel like the things came to him and then he like
Grab him.
grabbed it. Like, took him and ran with him. Because that's just the type of person he was. Like, such a good person.
Wow.
Yeah, like the light of the room.
Amazing.
People's people, huh?
People's people.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a people's people.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Amazing. What was his name?
Nicholas.
Nick,
for short.
Nicholas, may so rest in peace. That was amazing. And even though he's not here, but he's in you. You continue
He's
that.
probably laughing at me somewhere here.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you see,
Like,
continue that
it's like,
humorous personality that he has. What about you, Edod? What would you like people to know about your parents?
Oh, well.
Specifically your mom.
Yeah. Well, my mom was hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
People call her, well, her name was Veronica. Veronique.
Veronique.
Hardworking, beautiful soul. Just very kind-hearted, super loving, caring. She was actually the
Congolese.
Congo United.
Like
The
community.
community.
Congo community
the
is
leader, wasn't she?
no, the president.
Oh,
Girl.
Ooh.
My God, the president.
Even better.
Not the leader, but the president.
Something small thing. So yeah, she was one of those. She was the president of the Congo community.
Wow.
So she was all about women empowerment, just bringing people together. Very, very.
It's more like bringing different communities, different countries. And
For sure.
Yes.
She was like the glue.
Yeah.
So they glued to...
And for all the Congolese community, for sure. My mom's very peaceful. Like, she was very, very Christian. She was very...
Religious.
Religious,
Yes.
yeah. She was super religious. which I'm trying to get myself to be as well every day. But yeah, my mom was superwoman. Like she was a widow at the age of 40 something with 5 kids, and we all turned out to be great. So superwoman.
So she was taking care of you guys.
Yeah, by herself. Yeah, because my dad passed away a bit earlier, like super early. Then he left her with 5 kids. And she did amazing in a country that, first of all, she didn't want to come. Didn't know the language. And she did her best.
And look how you guys turned out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So definitely she did. I mean,
we like, one thing is that
God gives his strongest battles to what?
Strong, but we don't want to be on that list.
Yeah, we don't want to be. We don't want to be the strong soldiers, girl. We're trying to be in ease.
Yo.
To relax.
I don't wanna.
Is it the summer relax? Hey!
I don't want to be
Until when, though?
Okay.
I don't want to be on that list.
Okay, girls, let's stay tuned. Okay, Edod, I was so inspired about how you light up when you talk about your mom and how she was a president of Congolese women, this community. She was the glue, the pillar to every community here in Finland, because I'm from Sierra Leone, but I knew who she was and what she does. So that's already a big statement.
Speaks volumes.
Now, I would love to ask you this question. What do you carry from her, like her daily life? What phrases, what value, what habits, something that you still feel with you? Like, what do you carry on with you?
I must
What do you
say,
think of her?
I must say, my mom has installed I'm just gonna talk about me, but in my siblings in general, because we have all the same values, we were raised by the same woman. Amazing values.
Yes.
That's one thing I cannot, like, good manners.
Yes.
Always respect your elders. Work hard, because nothing is given in this world.
Yes.
So just amazing values. That has just being kind-hearted as well. Even though I might be, I would say a bit, I could say mean-ish.
You're not mean.
Not mean-ish, but
You're not mean. You're just selective.
I'm very direct, but people don't like
also.
it. People don't like it, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I did it. I wasn't born here to like people to like me. That was not my job. But I'm very direct. But I'm very kind-hearted, and which I think I got from my mom as well, because she was super kind-hearted.
Yeah, she was.
Even though I'm strong and she's strong as well, but I have a big heart. I want everybody to be good. I want us to do great things.
Exactly.
So
you do carry up her values and legacy.
Yeah, definitely.
In your daily lives.
And like my whole purpose in life is just to make my parents proud. So every time I'm living and I'm doing this, deciding on doing something, whatever big decision, my parents are looking at me.
Exactly.
So when I need to think twice. Is this something my mom, if she would be here, would she accept this? So are you gonna do this? In the end of the day.
Well, I will be the first one to say that she is proud of you.
Thank you.
What you're doing right now, keep doing it. She is proud of you.
Thank you.
Remember the talk I told you about? When you're ready, let me know. Okay.
I'll let you know, girl. I'll keep that.
Girls, I have this question for you. Losing a parent is a very tragic thing. Now, I would want you guys to, for those people who have their parents with them, and some of them who would really take their parents for granted. What advice would you have for people like that?
Cherish every moment with them, definitely. And your parents know who's best. You might think they're against you, they're not.
Never.
Yeah, they want the best and they know best too. You can, obviously they always have their advices or whatever, but you don't have to listen to them right away or directly, but take them into consideration. Yeah, for sure. What else?
I think maybe with what happened with my dad, the first thing that comes to mind is like be gracious to them as well.
For sure.
Because I think for a very long, maybe for all of our life, we always think that our parents are like these like armors that aren't people. I don't think we look at them as people. We look at them like as a parent.
Exactly.
Like you're a parent, but you're not like a person. That's like how I would look at everybody in this room.
Yeah.
So be gracious to them as well. Don't take the pressure, obviously, of like, oh, I need to check up on. No, because that's between them and their own emotions. But be gracious to them and don't take any moment for granted. And it sounds cliche, but like genuinely, life is short. Like I never realized how short it was until it's your turn to lose something, and you just go, huh? Like they were here literally yesterday, and they're not here today. So yeah, be gracious.
Yeah, we take life for granted. That's the thing.
Don't take life for granted.
Yeah.
There you have it, girls. Be gracious and don't take life for granted. And always remember, your parents are always right. Even though they might be harsh, but they are always right. If you have your parents right now, please
hug them.
Literally, I wish I could.
And tell them you love them.
Yeah.
Iyobor, what are the value you carry in your daily life when it comes to your dad? How do you keep him in your life, in your daily activities?
Oh, that man did not let me rest. He has ever since I was young, it literally just like work hard. He gave me his brain, so we sucked at school. And even though I was like not the best, he was always like, I don't care, you're gonna like get through it. Like you're not going to give up no matter what it is. And with that, he installed this like, not fear, but this like genuine just like drive to just keep going.
Pushing through.
And keep striving for better and better and better and better. Like topping yourself every single time. So that's something, just like the genuine ambition. That's like, and I think it was always in me, but now when he passed, it just came. I think I got a bit of a panic. I was like, oh my God, I really need to like, this life, like I need to make this man
it's kind of activated and
activated even more. I was like, oh my God, like you know what, we need another Imudia on top. That's like, you know, so I have to now think like the bar is high. The bar is high.
The little one in charge.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm the young, the oldest, but
the youngest in charge. I called her that. So,
I'm
the youngest
the
in charge.
oldest of my siblings. But yeah, so it was, the bar was very high. And also when he passed, I think in a small way I was like, I'm not ready. Because when he passed away, I was like, oh my God, you didn't finish preparing me. So now I'm just trying to like scram through text and trying to get that. But definitely ambition. Ambition and living life with ease. It's a funny thing because he was a very, very like hard person in a sense. Like he worked hard, but he played even harder. And because of my mom, shout out my mom. We love Auntie Esther. Because I have to give her a shout out because the way she's like now, like from the minute he passed away, like installed both roles, like 1000%. So, you know, I'm a very like uptight person. Like it's taken me years to bring my shoulders down. And he always told me, he was like, you can play hard, but you have to, you can work hard, but you have to like
relax.
Because I'm a very panicky person. I'm very,
you like to plan things.
Yeah, oh my God, I get so, like the biggest panic attack if I don't like, if something doesn't go like,
on time.
She knows, like it's like I go, so yeah, it's not easy. But he was very like, you know, relax, you know, like play hard, but also relax. Otherwise, you're not gonna benefit of either side. So yeah, that's something definitely, and his humor. Oh yeah,
and his charisma.
For sure.
When I tell you, Iyobor is such a charismatic person, it's insane.
Thank you.
Yeah,
him definitely.
Very charismatic. So
yeah.
Wow. I just love when you guys talk about, I don't know if you guys see what I see. It just lights up your aura. You know what I mean? It's like they're with you guys. So that's why I'm just like.
I feel like we're also very proud of them. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like you should be.
That's like, but that's I think when you say like, the aura and the eye.
Okay, guys. So I asked Iyobor and Edod, like, what are the values they carry with their parents, and both of them share beautifully. You know, the values they both carry. His charisma, his great value of hard work and play hard. Work hard.
Work hard, play hard.
Play harder. And Edod values the way her mom carried herself, you know, a community worker. She's Mama Africa, a mother of all nations, I would say, you know. She doesn't discriminate. She loves everyone as who they are. And and I'm inspired by her. She raised 5 beautiful human beings by herself at the age of 40. Now tell me, there's nothing greater than that. She's my inspiration. You know, I'm a single mom of 2.
Yeah.
So I know the struggles of having 2 and you guys 5. I know what she's been through. I know, I can relate to that. So, but when I look at you, it gives me hope. Like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it too.
And your kids are amazing. You're doing amazing. Your kids are 10 out of 10, no complaints.
Thank you.
Polite, beautiful, everything.
Thank you, baby. So for the listeners, especially for those who have lost their parents, anybody who have lost their parents, what word of advice would you have for them?
Advice?
Yes. What would you want them to know? What words would you have comforted them and comforted you in your early grief?
To be honest, there's really, I know this sounds super grim, but in the early days, there's really nothing you can say that makes you feel any better. Because you're adjusting to the immense vacuum of the loss. Like you're adjusting to the feeling of like, this person is not here.
Yeah.
I think like what was said to me, it's like you have to ride the waves, and it does feel like the end of the world, and technically it isn't. It's the end of a world because you're starting a whole
life without them.
So it is an end of a world. And you get to grieve that world. It took me forever to. I was trying to get the old me back, but she's not
coming.
No.
Because now we're living life without parents.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And we've never known that.
Yeah.
So. Just be honest to yourself and your feelings at the moment.
Yeah. Be self-aware. I think be self-aware, and definitely it's not gonna get any better.
No.
You just need to
But you adjust to it.
Yeah, adapt. You need to decide. Do you wanna stay in the grief and the loss and sadness or whatever, or you wanna grow and make your parents proud. So we could have decided just to stay at home and be miserable whatever.
And not you know ever come out of the door.
Literally. Yeah. But then again, my mom, example, my mom, her husband passed away. She didn't have a choice to just stay at home and be miserable.
That's true.
So now, what is my excuse to stay at home and be miserable? I don't have no excuse. I better get my ass up and go to work. That's what I know.
Oh yeah.
I can't take you seriously, girl.
But seriously, it's true. It's really true. It's
so, in another word, the advice you would have for people who are going through grief right now, it's okay not to be okay. You can just be
1000%.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to be in tune with your emotions, and sometimes grieving look like not taking shower for many months. Some
Please
people
do.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad. To try to, because it will make you feel But yes,
excuse me, why in the shower?
But yes, you can.
But you know what I mean, because it's just
Why you not showering? That is crazy.
I get it.
there are some people.
But try to.
There's just some people who are just numb. It's just like.
But that's the thing, you can't do it because you can't die with them, right? So you're still here. You can't die with them.
Yes.
You can't.
Yeah.
And also be super gracious to yourself. I feel like both of us were very tough too. We're kind of like, well, you just gotta.
Yeah, but that's our nature. Because as Black women in general, we don't have the space to be like, let me just be weak and no, I don't have time for that. Sorry. Yeah. It's just the world hasn't built us to be that way. Yeah. So I don't know to be like. Nico.
To stay soft and
be like,
That's a really good point.
I don't know what it is because I've never had that opportunity to just be like soft and weak and be like, oh my god.
Okay, but this is my advice to you girls because I actually had an episode with Vicky, who was she had the cancer, and she actually told me that like what really activates that is stress. And majority of us Black people, we have a lot of stress. Like you just say, you don't know how to relax. You gotta go, you gotta do this. You know what I mean? It's okay to listen to your body. You know what I mean? It's okay to take it easy. Cause you know what? This life, it's like we are all in that line. We're going there. We're gonna go eventually where the parents are. You know what I mean? So why we should carry all that stress? It's also, you know what I mean?
The world was.
We can change that. We can change that with our mindset. So, and especially you girls, you're still young. Don't carry that load in your head. You know what I mean? You're not gonna save everybody. Just focus on what you're doing one day at a time.
My thing
is,
I know how to relax for sure. Like I'm gonna relax for sure. Yes. But then again. But the world doesn't give me any, because they don't give me grace. They don't give me, let me.
I hear you. Like,
so it's not, I'm going to relax for sure.
Yeah, you got to hustle.
But there's people are not giving me their hands, let me give you this because whatever. No, I need to go and get it because you're not going to give it to me.
I love that mindset. But like you said, when you can relax, please take that opportunity.
Yeah,
to
for
relax.
sure.
I don't know how to relax. I'll say
You can, but I
because I
can't.
feel like
Please.
everybody needs me. It's not like necessarily
Yes.
people won't need me,
Yeah.
but it's something that's been installed.
No,
kind
you
of like
need
a-
you.
I don't know how to.
No,
get
you
there.
need you. And you need you because you know what? I'm giving you guys this advice because I've been there and I've, like what, 2 jobs, podcast with the kids. I'm always, you know what I mean? But when I'm off, I'm home, relaxing. I don't even want to see people because I need that time for myself. You need you.
Yeah.
We all need each other. We need that space. So please, working is not going to take us far. This is my advice as your big sisters.
It is gonna burn us out faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a recipe of like getting stressed out, burn out, and everything. This was a different topic, but it's very, very needed.
But it has to do with
it's very needed. So the advice that you would have for those people who are going through this grieving, you would say just take your time with it.
Yeah, take your time.
Be gracious.
Just gracious. It's not gonna get any better, but like just trying a way to cope.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own way to cope. So it's
Yeah.
hard to say like do this and do that.
Yeah,
no, I
'cause
can't tell you because what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you.
someone. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what works for you but doesn't necessarily work for me. So I can't tell you what to do. Just find your own thing, an outlet that makes you happy. That gives you a little glimpse of joy, happiness. Do that often.
Even the smallest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, the way it was explained to me, because I was a person who was like researching grief, right? I was like, what to do, how to get over it.
And you even got a book.
Yeah, I even got a book, and I literally got a book on how to
Get
grieve.
over.
Yeah, how to grieve, and I was
Yeah.
like, this makes no sense. But the way it was explained, and I think I hold on to this just because I want to have hope. At some point, it was explained to me that's a really heavy rock, right? So it's a rock in your pocket, and you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. You're always gonna feel it there, but at some point, you kind of it starts to glimmer away.
Exactly.
And there's gonna be bigger events in life that you're gonna remember. For some people, it might go that way, you know. For other people, you might feel it all the time, but it's a matter of like, not like what Edod would say, not letting grief eat you, but rather adapting it then into your life.
Taking it.
Yeah, if the feeling doesn't go away, it's never gonna go away. You're never gonna forget them, but you have to adapt it into your
Daily
environment
life.
at some point. After a year, I used the term I'm grieving for like this first 6 months, and then after the last I was like, okay, you know what, now I'm still grieving, but I need to activate myself to my new world and to my new life, and I need to like do something, like kind of like find
Get
that
back
outlet.
to-
Yeah,
get
we started
back.
boxing. That was a beautiful outlet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're doing something to get back to.
And it was something I had to force myself into doing. So it's like,
Yeah. 1 year into.
1 year in. Yay!
Ladies, Iyobor, Edod, I would like to thank you guys for sharing your beautiful story of your pain and that love that never leaves your side. May your father soul rest in peace, and your parents, your mom especially, may her soul rest in peace. Thank you, ladies, for
Thank you.
coming to this platform and really sharing your stories. And I pray that after you leave from here, you're gonna feel a little bit lighter. And it was really a pleasure to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. For the listeners out there, if you're grieving, we see you. We're holding space for you. And if someone you love is grieving, let this be a reminder to show up. Even in the silence, when you don't have the right words, just be there and show up. Until next time,